Fight Kiln.
Hey everyone, and welcome to my guide on how to defeat the Fight Kiln. This guide shows me using an average to good setup, because I'm pretty sure most of you guys can't really afford the next armor and spirit shields. So let's start with what to take with you. Your invent and items worn should be roughly similar to mine. This is both cost effective and will guarantee enough supplies throughout the kiln. I would suggest taking either a Define or Elysian spirit shield if you can afford it, just in case you end up messing up at any time, as it reduces your chances of dying. But as I know everyone can't really afford one of those, I'd suggest taking either an arcane spirit shield or an eagle eye kite shield. If you can get your hands on some Panax or Torfor though, then I would highly recommend using the Overbandles and Armadale. For your familiar, I would take a Pack-Yak so I can hold you more flasks throughout the kiln. I would store inside him 19 Saradomin brews, 7 super restores, 1 overload and perennial, unicorn pouch and unicorn scrolls. So let's get started. After you finish the cutscene, go to the northwest corner. You'll face your first creature in the Fight Kiln here, the TokHaar-Kal. These creatures only use a range attack, which isn't very accurate either. You should melee these as this is the fastest way on getting them killed, which in the long run means they're taking minimal damage. These should be killed first, alongside the other Tok-Seal ones, as they will deal the most damage throughout the Fight Kiln after you start praying magic after the 4th wave. Then we have the TokHaar-Kal. These are by far the weakest creature within the minigame. I personally call these the little rolling balls, as they seem to roll in the little balls across the floor. You don't encounter these very often, but when you do, just leave them to last, as they hardly do any damage at all. Just use magic to quickly kill them. You can safe spot them even, and just soul split on them. I think they give back a fair amount of HP each time, so it's worth doing. Once you reach wave 4, you will start seeing these mages. Now, I wasn't too sure how to pronounce their name. I believe it's TokHaar-Kal, but I could be wrong. They will use melee if you're in their melee distance to them, and they seem pretty accurate with their melee, so I try and avoid staying away from their melee distance, just to avoid unneeded damage, to be honest. Their magic is also extremely accurate, even through Ganodamic, which was pretty surprising. They can hit very high for their combat level also. So when these are around, you should always pray magic. I would say these are third priority in the kiln, as you kill the rangers first if they're on the same wave, and I would always kill these before the Ketseks also. You should always kill these using range while wearing Armadale for the best damage output. Once you guys reach wave 5, you will get these armadillo looking creatures. They're pretty funky looking, to be honest. They're called Ketdeals. In my opinion, they are the most annoying monster within the Fight Kiln due to their slam attack, which hits averagely around 280. They only slam you when you're in their melee distance though. You need to attack first with a pickaxe to remove its armor. I would suggest using the step attack and step back method, as this minimises its attacks on you, which in the long run minimises all damage done onto you. This takes roughly 5 swings with a rune pickaxe and 3 swings with a dragon pickaxe, depending on the pickaxe you choose to use, I guess. After the armor is off, I would mage them using a safe spot, using soul split to heal up, as they're probably going to slam you a couple of times when you're trying to take their armor off. This is a very effective way to kill them. I believe the next one you see is very similar on wave 19, and then wave 28 is just insane, so I'll come back to that later on during this guide. You will see your first Ketsek in wave 8. These are the equivalent of the level 360 mages in the fight caves. These should be dealt with once the rangers and the 160 mages are taken care of. These use magic and melee if you're in their melee range. I would highly avoid going in their melee range though, as their melee can hit 360 plus pretty easily. These should be taken out once you've lured the melee TokHaar, if there is any, so you can soul split on them to regain your health afterwards. The Ketsek hit's very accurate even when praying against magic, resulting in many 1 to 10 life point hits. This is unavoidable, so you should always play magic when these are alive. It saves you getting 2 hit. This is not the case if you end up getting them trapped and you want to get rid of the rangers, if you can get to them without letting the cat set get to you. You should range these where an armoured out, as they seem weakest to range. Now, I believe these are pronounced tokhaar-Kal. I'm not too sure who gave these ridiculous names, but that is how I think it's pronounced. If it's not, then oh well. But you'll start seeing these after wave 17. They're pretty large looking beasts who melee only, which is a big benefit for soul splitting. They're level 300, which is a big jump from the previous 180 in the fight caves. The accuracy is still extremely poor though, so you know they won't hit very often at all like before. However though, they do have very high strength, making it capable of hitting high when it does land a hit. So just be on your guard when you're trying to lure these when there's rangers and mages about, as you want to leave these till last to make full benefits of soul splitting. When you kill these, I would recommend maging them while wearing Ganadamic for very accurate high hits while using the safe spots provided. Now, after wave 22, you'll start coming across the TokHaar-Kals. I believe they're the equivalent to the Tarzar-Kets that roam around Tarzar City. They aren't that dangerous, and you can lure them just like you would with the level 300s, as they're melee only, and result in using soul split on them and just maging them in a safe spot. They do seem to hit a bit more accurately than the level 300s, so always try and keep these lured while killing the rangers and mages to avoid unneeded damage. I would also like to add that all the monsters in the Fight Kiln will always spawn in the same location. Remembering where each spawn is can help you if you fail and you want to try again, so just try and keep that in mind. Throughout the Fight Kiln, you'll be able to pick up lava crystals after every 2 odd waves that are completed. There are 6 different types: invulnerability, magic, strength, restoration, range and constitution. I personally only pick up 3 different types, which are invulnerability, restoration and constitution. This is only because they don't lower any of your other stats and can really help keep you alive. They always drop on the same wave, so I'll tell you which wave drops the ones that you want to pick up. So let me explain what each one does. The Constitution Crystal boosts your hit points by 50% for 3.5 minutes. It does affect your Unicorn Healing Scrolls as well as your Saradomin Brews. You obtain these on waves 11, 23 and 35. The Invulnerability Crystal makes you completely invulnerable for 15 seconds. However, this does not work when the Ketdil slams the ground and makes the ceiling fall on top of you. You obtain these on waves 1, 13 and 25. The Restoration Crystal fully restores both your prayer points and your life points. This is extremely handy on the boss fight as well as any of the Jad waves. You obtain this crystal on waves 3, 15 and 27. Now that you have a rough idea on how to deal with all the monsters up until the Jad waves and the boss, I will start off by showing you wave 28, which is on the screen at the moment. Afterwards, I will show you how to deal with all the Jad waves. So here we have a bunch of armadillos as well as one Ketsec. So be sure that you're praying magic and standing on the spot shown on screen at the wave start. You let the Ketdils come towards you from the southeast corner. Once they're there, run to the spot that I'm in, which is south of the southeast wall. This is a great safe spot from the Ketdils, allowing you to take care of the Ketsec using magic. Be careful when you lure them here though, as you may take a few slam hits, so be sure to keep your health up at all times until they're lured into place. After you finish killing the major, pick off the Ketdils one by one using a step attack, step back method mentioned earlier on in this video, and then mage them using soul split in the safe spots provided. They are pretty easy to lure around the rocks in case if you mess up, or to lure the ones in the northwest corner, so use this to your advantage. Make sure you only have one on you at all times though, as multiple slam attacks can quickly kill you. Now, there are 7 Jad in total within the Fight Kiln, all with a combat level of 780. Jad attacks work in the same way as before. He slams the ground to range and goes on his back legs to mage. He does not, however, have any healers in here, which does make him a lot easier to kill. He is also now capable of hitting over 1000 hit points also, so to avoid getting one hit from him, try and keep your health brewed up at all times. You'll see your first Jad in wave 10, then again in wave 20. Stand in the northwestern safe spot and Jad will lure himself on the opposite side of this wall, while the ranger or major comes from the southeast corner to attack you, so pray range on wave 10 and magic on wave 20. Run to the corner like I do to bring them closer to you, then mage them from where I am. This avoids running out into Jad's attacking site. Once they're down for the count, you just have to kill Jad. I noticed that on wave 10, Jad seemed a lot weaker to range, and on wave 20 he seemed relatively weak to magic, so I would suggest using these attack styles to help get Jad down faster. You will see your next one on wave 30, so stand on the northeast side of the wall in the middle. This will prevent Jad from attacking you where he spawns. He will lure himself again, so all you have to do is pray melee and kill all of the level 300s using magic. On wave 34, Jad will spawn on the southeast corner. If you stand in the same spot I am, you'll be safe from him attacking. This will also trap the ranger, so that's a huge bonus. So kill with the melee, then sidestep twice to kill the ranger, then take care of Jad. Jad spawns in the northeast corner on wave 35. So standing on the southwest side of the safe spot in the middle will prevent Jad from attacking you on the spawn. However though, he will walk around the rock a little, so make sure you take note of which attack style he uses when you move to the west side of the wall. Standing here you will need to use long range to reach both the Ketsek and the Toxil, so take down the melee first, followed by the ranger, then finish off with the major. You must pray magic the whole time while Jad is lured. Now, the double Jad time comes on wave 36. Both Jads will spawn on the south side of the map, so standing on the north side of the wall on the square I'm on will prevent both Jads from attacking you. As they lure themselves right into place, just sidestep over to attack one at a time. Now we finally got to the boss. He is level 800 and he has 50,000 hit points. That's quite a lot, but in all honesty guys, this boss isn't that hard at all. It's mostly just a test of endurance, as the tentacles can hit pretty consistently. Firstly, wear your bundles or torfa and pray magic. Then you will need to melee the tentacles that have ranged in their name, as the other ones are magic, and these are the ones that will deal the majority of damage. The head will appear after taking out 2 to 3 tentacles. Once you've done that, take a look around on the 4 sides of lava until you found the head. A little tip is to play with your Runescape sounds on, as you will hear the splashing sound of him coming up, so you know when to look for him. After testing out all 3 attack styles on him, magic seemed to be the most effective, so throw on your Ganodermic and mage him up close when he appears. After several hits, he will dive back into the lava. You then have to kill another 2 to 3 tentacles before he pops his head back up. That's all there is to it really, so you just have to repeat this method until he eventually dies. This was my first commentary guide, so be sure to comment and let me know what you thought about it. I will be reading through all the comments, so if you have any questions that aren't answered within this guide, feel free to ask. Thanks for watching everyone, and good luck on getting your own cape.